Hey everyone, we're starting another week with a message that's central to everything that Jesus says and does. From John 12. Jesus answered them, "The hour is come for the Son of Man to be glorified. Very truly I tell you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains just a single grain. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. Those who love their life lose it, and those who hate their life in this system will keep it for the life of the age to come. Whoever serves me will follow me, and where I am, there my servant will also be. Whoever serves me, the Father will honor." I don't know how it is wherever you're watching this, but at least here in Kansas today, it's nice and rainy, but it is springtime. We're starting to see that the trees get their leaves back, and the grass is coming up. And so it's a little hard today, but we can start to see this beauty of creation that comes out in springtime, right? It's this new growth or plants coming back to life. And it's sort of the image that Jesus is picking up on here. But actually what we're seeing in creation and what we see Jesus talking about is actually the deepest truth of creation. And it's also our final theme for Lent, which is death to life. I think this is really the heart of the gospel. It's about willingly offering your life for the sake of new life, whether that's for yourself or for others. It's the cross to resurrection. It's Good Friday to Easter. Or to use Jesus' metaphor here, a seed is buried and then fruitful growth can come. One of the other best examples of this fundamental pattern is childbirth, an image that Jesus also uses a few chapters later in chapter 16, where he talks about when the hour comes for birth, there's pain, so I hear, but it leads to the joy of a child. And so we see this in what Jesus says, we see it in his birth, we see it in his death. In his birth, Jesus is the incarnate word or logos, and so he brings the logic of creation into being through a human being. And then on the cross, in love, he pours out his life to offer us new life. And so this pattern is fundamental to all life, to all creation, and yet we can resist it. The broken systems of the world, they operate on a different logic. They operate on a logic of selfishness instead of self-giving. They try to take life in order to maintain life as it is, to maintain the status quo, instead of letting that life go in order to experience God's newness. You can't be raised up if you're not willing to die. And so Jesus calls us to follow him into this way of dying to the self, because that's where we experience a new life from and with God. He's not just saying, obey my rules so that in order to earn this reward from my Father. No, it's more than that. He's simply revealing that this is how life works. It's not the way the world works. It's the way of abundant life. So will we listen to him? Will we believe it? Today, how can you enter into this mystery of self-giving love and there experience life?